Hey, what's up you guys? It's Dorothy and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to go into chapter 101 of Lost by James Patterson. So let's get right into this video. This video may contain sensitive topics and foul language. If you do not wish to continue, I suggest you click off the video now. You have been warned. Hannah didn't care what happened to her. She just wanted to buy enough time to get her daughter away. The sound of gunfire had frozen everyone in place momentarily. Even the man who grabbed Josie had stopped mid-stride to look over his shoulder. Billy had quit wailing and was now staring at the knife sticking through his left hand. Blood was still pouring out of the wound, but it wasn't shooting up in the air like it had been a moment before. The young man, just to the side of Billy, dressed in a slick gray striped suit, started to pull the knife out of Billy's hand. That's when the man's head exploded like a bomb. Blood spattered over everything near him. Billy was suddenly covered in brains and blood. The combination of the knife stuck through his hand and the blood everywhere briefly stunned him. Somehow he managed to grab the knife in his mutilated hand with his uninjured hand. It took 3 good tugs before the knife came free and the table had released him. Billy reached across the table for the backpack. Hannah snatched it away. Why not? Things couldn't go any worse for this deal. She spun away from the picnic table, holding the bag. Albert was only 20 feet ahead, just crossing the sidewalk. He fired almost point blank into a big Russian thug in a blue shirt. Even 5 quick shots to the stomach didn't stop the man. He took another step and grabbed Albert by the neck. Albert struggled with him for a moment, then broke free, took a step back, and fired a bullet into each of the man's knees. Finally, the man dropped to the ground. So much blood was coming out of the wound, and the sand couldn't absorb it all, and it spread around his body. Hannah needed to get Albert and grab Josie and disappear with them. There wasn't much else to do at this point. As she started to run to her brother, Hannah heard someone shout, "Police, don't move." She looked toward the street and saw the big Miami cop, Tom Moon, rushing down the slope toward the picnic table. She hoped Billy would be the first person he grabbed. She looked over his shoulder for the bloodied Russian but didn't see him. She turned back to Albert, who was aiming his gun at another Russian, then saw a blur as someone came from the side and knocked into her brother. It was Billy. Albert rolled and came up to his feet to face Billy. That's when the Russian brought the knife in a wide arc right across Albert's throat. Albert stood there for a moment motionless. Then the gash on his throat opened wide and he reached for it with his left hand. A moment later he toppled to the sand. The gun he'd bought here in Miami was still in his right hand. Billy held the bloody knife and turned toward Hannah. He didn't ask for the backpack. She knew exactly what he intended to do. That is the end of this chapter. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.